And the topic is disruption will always follow intention. So what does that mean? You see, whenever you have something of value you want to do, when you want to create something that will probably bring success to you as an individual, there's always a disruption that want to choke that plan. It's a pattern of life and it is normal. So that is why many people, they quit at the early stage of their business. They believe it's so difficult, they believe business is not working. The same thing applies from the beginning of creation. When heaven and earth was created, what happened next? Darkness covers everywhere. This is disruption dealing with the creator of the universe. If that will happen to the creator of the heaven and the earth, what about you as an individual? That is where this idea comes from. You see, the creator of the universe is using that as a demonstration to human in the world in general, that whatever you need to do, there is usually disruption that will show up. You see, so we should carry this principle into whatever we do in life that will amount to greatness, into our business. You see, when you start a business, you must understand that there is disruption that will come to try to choke that plan. But your ability as an individual to withstand and say no to all that disruption and keep working on it is what will bring you to success. Now, the reason the disruption always follow intention is for the business to work on you. You see, when you are working on the business, at the same time, whatever you are doing needs to work on you, so that you will suddenly become the person for whom that project can work. Let me give us an example. If you want to share some weight, what happens? The first time you go to the gym to exercise, you are going to experience body pain for a couple of days. And after that, it becomes normal. So that is the disruption. Another example, look at a farmer going to plant. When the farmer plants, what is going to show up is the weed. If the farmer doesn't clear the weed is going to choke the plant to death. So these are different areas. It goes across all aspects of life. Disruption will always follow intention. So we should understand that thing about business. Now, in dealing with disruption in anything you are doing, there are two things we need to know. One is contributing factor. The second one is determining factor. Contributing factor. These are factors within the environment that we as humans, we don't have control over them. For example, government policy, you don't have control over it. For example, when there is disaster in the society, you don't have control over it. For example, things like earthquake, or maybe there is a pandemic or something. All this, you don't have control over it. Maybe your race, the country where you were born, your gender, you don't have control over it. All these are summarized as contributing factor. But there's another one, which is the determining factor, and that is your responsibility, and you have it within you. The determining factor, it is all the ability that you have within you to deal with a disruptive situation. So, how do I mean? You may not like where you were born, but what response do you give to that situation? You may not like that you are limited in one way or the other. What do you do? How do you respond to that situation? It could be a fact that you don't have no money in your pocket. What is your response to that kind of situation? You've been married for a couple of years. You don't have no children. What is your response to that situation? It could be a fact that you don't have no job right now. What is your response to that situation? So people tend to respond negatively to that situation. And that negative response does not bring any form of change. But what have effects on in a disruptive situation is your intentionality. Yeah, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional and keep doing all activity, channel to putting everything back to shape. So, for example, you are broke. That is a fact. What do you need to do? Invest in your personal development. Study how to get out of poverty. Study what you need to do to be prosperous. Invest in your personal development. That is an antidote to the fact that you don't have no money. You see? So these are principles. And if you can put it to work, they always work out to your advantage. Like I always told us, principle does not respect anyone. If you apply the principle you learn correctly, it works. Principle does not deny anybody. It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter who you are. If you apply principle correctly, it works for your advantage. So instead of allowing situations around you to bring you down, you should work against that situation with your determining ability, and you will succeed. This is what differentiates somebody who is doing well and somebody who is failing. Take action and do things that will bring you from the level you are and put you into prosperity. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.